Hello everyone, very good evening. This is Sanjay Rathi. How are you guys? Now, today we are going to discuss what complex power and power factor from network. And as you know, this is the part of concepts with PYQ series. You have given the good response for this series. You can revise or you can get the idea about the concepts and important topics by solving the previous year questions. Okay, and that is important for EC, that is electronics and telecommunication branch, electrical branch and instrumentation branch, right? And now guys, we will solve some important questions and we will get the idea about how to calculate the power and how to calculate the power factor and the type of questions from previous year questions. And at the same time, I have taken one session on what complex power and power factor. The link is given in comments box, as well as link is given in description, or you can go through what playlist, right? तो playlist में आप जाएंगे ना तो आपको एक मिलेगा, that is the daily का फंडा, तो वहां पर है power factor and number of topics, so you can go through it. Okay, now let me know that everything is fine. 1 minute. Okay, I think everything is fine now. Now guys, this is my introduction, myself Sanjay Rathi, and you can go through it, right? And you can subscribe our channel, like the session and share the link of this session, right? If you want to join free courses, then you can download our app. The link is given in description. Pref Funda, okay? And number of PDFs are available. Questions are available, previous year question papers are available. Go through it and first of all get the idea about what syllabus and type of questions. Okay, it will boost your confidence. किसी भी एग्जाम की पहली प्रिपरेशन ये है कि आप उसके सिलेबस को देखिए. आपने ऑलरेडी फॉर्म भर लिया होगा, जो भी 2025 2026 के लिए प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल गो थ्रू सिलेबस and what relate this theorem with your syllabus with what your syllabus of semester exams. तो देखिए क्या क्या कोरिलेशन है, कौन कौन से टॉपिक्स कॉमन है इन सेमेस्टर एग्जाम एंड इन सिलेबस ऑफ गेट. तो ये आपको लगेगा कि अराउंड 40 to 50% में तो आप कंफर्टेबल हो अगर आपने सिंसियरली क्या दिया है, सेमेस्टर एग्जाम्स दिया है. ओके, और इसीलिए हम बोलते हैं गेट की अगर प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हो तो आपका सेमेस्टर तो अच्छा जाएगा ही, साथ में आप गेट अगर अच्छे से क्वालिफाई करते हैं देन यू कैन गेट जॉब इन व्हाट PSUs एंड यू कैन गो फॉर व्हाट हायर स्टडीज फ्रॉम IITs. ओके, तो ये है लॉजिक. तो देखिए सिलेबस देखो, ये मेरा इंट्रोडक्शन है. देन दैट इज माय टेलीग्राम चैनल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स बाय संजय राठी. तो आई थिंक यू हैव ऑलरेडी ज्वाइंड, राइट? और जिन्होंने ज्वाइन नहीं किया है वो ज्वाइन कर लीजिएगा. नाउ अब आते, दैट इज द क्वेश्चन. फॉर द सर्किट shown in the figure, the time constant RC is 1 millisecond. Time constant RC is 1 millisecond. The input voltage is √2 sine of 10 to the power 3t. That is called sine of omega t. The output voltage is equal to. New students, first of all, go through what complex power and power factor, that is given. Link is given in description or in comments box also. With this question, we will get the idea what is the phase difference. What is the meaning of the phase difference? If suppose we are giving the VIT, we are getting the V0T. This is a complex circuit. If suppose it is a purely resistive circuit, then there will be no phase difference between output voltage and input voltage. They will be in phase. Current will remain in phase. Output voltage and input voltage will remain in phase if it is purely resistive network. But when we are using the reactive element, for example capacitor or what inductor, then impedance will be complex. There will be phase difference between current and voltage, and therefore there will be phase difference between what output voltage and input voltage, right? So it is a complex, it has reactive element like capacitor. Definitely there will be the phase difference between the input and output voltage. Basically it is a RC circuit. This is called low pass RC circuit. Low pass RC circuit. Low pass RC circuit. And as you know, the low pass RC circuit is what? Lagging circuit. Lagging circuit. Lagging circuit means that is not the meaning that the current will lag behind or and so on. Just I am saying that output voltage will lag the input voltage. Output voltage will lag the input voltage, and the phase will be what? Negative. It will provide what? Negative phase shift, because it is a low pass RC circuit and we are taking the voltage across capacitor. Now I am going to justify it. For example, what is the signal is given? Root 2 sine of 10 to the power 3t. So what is the omega here? New students, remember, this is the VIT means what? This is the amplitude sine of omega t. So what is the amplitude of the signal? Root 2. That is the root 2 volt. What is the omega? Omega is nothing but 2 pi f. This is given by 10 to the power 3. So from that you can also find the frequency, but no need to find. This is all our 10 to the power 3. This is the printing mistake. 10 to the power 3. Okay. Now, which answer is correct? Then what is the value of the RC is given? 1 millisecond. We can solve this question. Now, in a phasor notation, that is represented by what? 1 by SC, and what is the S? 1 by j omega c, and that will become what? Minus j by omega c. Minus j by omega c, and this is R. So according to voltage division rule, V0 upon Vi, this is in phasor, is given by impedance because of that. What is the impedance because of that? Just I am writing in terms of SC, 1 by SC upon R plus 1 by SC. This is called voltage division rule. Z2 upon Z1 plus Z2. Then it will become 1 upon 1 plus SCR. Right? That is the V0 upon Vi. What is the S? J omega. So you can write 1 upon 1 plus J omega RC. J omega RC. Now, omega is given 10 to the power 3 and RC is also given. What is the RC given in the question? 1 millisecond. If the RC is given in the question is 1 millisecond, then it will become 1 upon 1 plus j, 10 to the power 3 is the omega, RC is 10 to the power minus 3, and that's why it will become 1 upon 1 plus j1. What is the magnitude of that? It will become 1 by root 2, and it is in denominator. What will be the phase? The phase is what? 45, that is minus 45. So it will become minus 45. So actually it is a gain. Actually it is a gain, guys. Now, what is the V0? V0 will become Vi times of this. Angle 45. Now, what is the Vi? Vi is root 2 sine of 10 to the power 3t. In phasor notation, you can represent it what? Root 2 angle 0. What is the meaning of this? We are taking the reference as sine omega t and we are representing it in a phasor. So it will become root 2 angle of 0 degree. Now, here you can write root 2 into 1 by root 2 minus 45. Then this root 2 cancel out and it will become what? 1 angle of minus 45. This is in phasor. So what will be the time domain? Amplitude is 1, and what is the reference? Sine omega t, 10 to the power 3t, and phase, that is the minus 45 degree, and that will be the answer. That will be the answer for this particular question. So which answer is correct? Sine of 10 to the power minus 45 means A option is correct. A option, 10 to the power 3t minus 45 degree. So already I have said this is a lagging circuit, means there will be negative phase shift. Or quickly you can solve question within seconds, guys. Within seconds you can also solve the questions, guys, because we have to get the phase only. What is the phase shift? Already we have calculated. This is the minus 45. So in which answer there is a minus 45? In one answer, that is option A. Okay. So this is called phasor notation for this input signal. This is in frequency domain, and that representation in what? Time domain. That representation is in time domain. This is in frequency domain. And that is a basic question, guys, RC circuit. Now, in this particular question, if suppose we are going to calculate the current, right? Now, this is the VIT and this is the I. So already I have said what is the VI in a phasor notation, that is given by root 2 angle of 0 degree. Okay. Now what is the impedance? R minus J by omega C. Because what is the impedance because of this minus J by omega C? This is the real part and that is the imaginary part, means this impedance is what? Complex. So what is this? The magnitude will become root over R square plus 1 by omega square C square. Right? And the phase angle is theta. What is the theta here? Minus. Why minus? Because it is negative. Tan inverse of imaginary part upon real part, and that's why it will become 1 by omega R. 1 by omega RC. Now in this question, the value of RC is given 1 millisecond and omega is given 10 to the power 3, and that's why it will become minus 45 degree. Minus 45. Okay, that is Z. Now, what is I? I will become what? V upon that impedance. I phasor is given by V upon Z. What is V? Root 2 angle of 0 degree upon Z. Z means what is the magnitude of Z? This one is the magnitude of Z. And angle is what? Minus 45 degree. Now, you can get the magnitude if the value of R is given, value of C is given. Then you can find the magnitude root over R square plus 1 by omega square C square, and angle is become 45. So what about the current and voltage? The voltage phasor is what? Root 2 angle 0, and current phasor is what? Root 2 divided by something, that is the magnitude of the current, but current leads the voltage by what? 45 degree. Current will leads the angle by 45 degree, and that's why it is called what? Leading circuit. That's why it is called what? Leading current, leading circuit. तो आप बोलेंगे सर अभी तो आपने बोला लैगिंग सर्किट, यहाँ पर कंफ्यूजन हो जाएगा. Lagging means what? When we are comparing the output voltage and input voltage, then output voltage will lags behind the input voltage. Output voltage will lags behind the input voltage, and that's why we are saying that it will provide negative phase shift. But when we are comparing the current, resultant current with respect to applied voltage, current leads the voltage. Current leads the voltage, and that's why it is called RC circuit is called leading circuit. RL सर्किट इज कॉल्ड लैगिंग सर्किट. जहां भी आपका करंट लीड करेगा वो होगा लीडिंग सर्किट, क्योंकि हमने वोल्टेज अप्लाई किया है और रिजल्टेंट क्या आ रहा है? करंट. और करंट अगर लीड कर रहा है देन इट इज कॉल्ड लीडिंग सर्किट, और अदरवाइज इट इज कॉल्ड लैगिंग सर्किट. हियर वी आर कंपेयरिंग विद व्हाट? लो पास आरसी सर्किट. आउटपुट वोल्टेज लैग्स बिहाइंड द इनपुट वोल्टेज बाय माइनस 45 डिग्री. इसको बहुत ही क्लियर कट तरीके से समझ लीजिएगा, रटने की जरूरत नहीं है, कॉन्सेप्ट दिमाग में सेट करना है कि हम किसकी बात कर रहे हैं. यहां पर मैं वोल्टेज की बात कर रहा हूं और यहां पर मैं किसकी बात कर रहा हूं? करंट की बात कर रहा हूं कि करंट विल लीड्स द वोल्टेज बाय विच वोल्टेज? इनपुट वोल्टेज बाय 45 डिग्री. अगर आप यही यहां पर निकालो वोल्टेज अक्रॉस द कैपेसिटर, देन वोल्टेज अक्रॉस द कैपेसिटर, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? फॉर एग्जांपल, सपोज यू वांट टू फाइंड द वोल्टेज अक्रॉस द कैपेसिटर, then it will become, this is the output voltage, it is nothing but the voltage across the capacitor. In phasor notation it will become, what is the impedance? This one, right? So this is impedance, you have to multiply it. So you can represent the impedance as 1 by omega c, angle of what? Minus 90 degree. This is minus 90 degree. Then it will become I into ZC. What is the ZC? 1 by omega c minus 90 degree. Now you can multiply root 2 divided by root over r square plus 1 by omega square c square. This is angle is 45 degree or this is minus 90 degree. So finally you can find the magnitude of that, or if suppose you are going to multiply or taking the common, you will get the answer what already I have calculated 1, and this is what 45 minus 90, that is the something you are getting the amplitude, but what is the angle? Minus 45 degree. This is the amplitude of the output voltage and that is the angle. Again the angle is what? Negative. Means output voltage lags behind the input voltage, but the resulting current will lead the input voltage. That is the logic. तो छोटी छोटी सी बात है. This is a very very important topic. RC circuit, high pass RC circuit and low pass RC circuit. New students, first of all go through the complex power and power factor. Already I have taken 25 minutes video only and you will get the complete idea about the complex power and power factor, right? Reactive power, effective power, average power, what is the relation and so on, and power factor also. अब आते हैं जरा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पर. तो उससे पहले मैं आपको इन्फॉर्म कर दूं, already हम on our app we have started what countdown courses, crash course for special 5 for electronics, electrical and instrumentation. No doubt इतने छोटे से पीरियड में कई लोग चाहेंगे कि सर पूरा कंप्लीट सब्जेक्ट हो जाए, बट प्रैक्टिकली इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. और भी कोर्सेज अवेलेबल हैं. अब मैं आप लोगों को प्रोवाइड कर रहा हूं बहुत ही सिस्टमैटिक ढंग से नेटवर्क, एनालॉग, डिजिटल, कंट्रोल, ईडीसी फॉर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स स्टूडेंट एंड ईएमएफटी फॉर इलेक्ट्रिकल एंड इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन ब्रांच, राइट? तो वी हैव 5 सब्जेक्ट्स. तो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स, ईडीसी एंड इलेक्ट्रिकल, ईएमएफटी, अदरवाइज ऑल द सब्जेक्ट्स आर कॉमन. रिमेंबर हियर वी विल सॉल्व क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम standard textbook. First of all, complete theory plus focus on numericals because we have limited times, right? And how to solve numericals. At the same time we will solve all important previous year questions. And if you have doubts, right, so weekend we will arrange what doubt clearing sessions also. So one-to-one interaction there and you can ask your doubts. Okay, जिसको डाउट्स पूछना है, जिसको कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर करना है, थोड़ा टाइम देना है, थोड़ा ट्रस्ट है आपको, तो आप आइए और आप अपनी प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट कीजिए. दैट इज द कोर्स फॉर यू. इफ वंस यू आर गोइंग टू गेट द कमांड ओवर दिस 5 सब्जेक्ट्स, ऑटोमेटिकली यू विल गेट द आइडिया अबाउट मैनेज कर सकते, राइट? वो आपने अगर गेन कर लिया, आपका कॉन्फिडेंस वैसे ही बूस्ट हो जाएगा. एंड नॉर्मली इंजीनियर्स हैव द कमांड ओवर व्हाट एप्टी एंड व्हाट मैथमेटिक्स. तो 5 + 2 7 सब्जेक्ट्स. नाउ रिमेनिंग सब्जेक्ट्स फॉर इलेक्ट्रिकल, no doubt those are the core subject, machine, power system and power electronics. तो अभी तक डेफिनेटली आपने कुछ प्रिपरेशन की होगी. और फॉर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स स्टूडेंट देयर इज वन सब्जेक्ट व्हाट कम्युनिकेशन, अनदर वन इज द सिग्नल एंड सिस्टम एंड व्हाट ईएमएफटी, अदर देन मैथ्स एंड एप्टीट्यूड. So I will give you the idea how to prepare those subjects. So that what language is English, right? And it is useful for all students guys. इंग्लिश है तो ठीक है, सिंपल से इंग्लिश में आपको जो लगता है नॉर्थ इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स को कि सर प्रॉब्लम होगी, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी. कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं एंड जो डाउट क्लियरिंग सेशन होगा, आप अपने डाउट्स पूछिए, वेदर इट इज इन हिंदी और इंग्लिश, इट डजंट मैटर. आई विल गिव द आंसर फॉर ऑल योर क्वेश्चंस गाइस. लेकिन डाउट्स तो तब आएगा जब आप लाइव क्लासेस करेंगे. आप रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर्स अगर देखते हैं और अगर आपको टीचर से आप इंटरेक्ट ही नहीं कर पा रहे हो, आप उनसे फोन पे बात ही नहीं कर पा रहे हो, तो आप फिर कोर्स कितने में भी ज्वाइन कीजिए, डजंट मैटर. यहां पर आप मुझसे डाउट पूछ सकते हैं और अपना कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर कर सकते हैं कि सर ये क्यों आ रहा है, कैसे आ रहा है. तो द कोर्स विल बी इन व्हाट इंग्लिश, नेटवर्क, एनालॉग, डिजिटल, कंट्रोल सिस्टम, ईडीसी एंड ईएमएफटी. एंड देन if you want to join the course in Hindi, then is one course analog. ये है. This is for GATE 2025, 2026 and ESE pre and other competitive exams. Analog electronics only, that is for electronics, electrical and EEE and what IN branch, right? And from 20th September all lectures are available here. Okay, but again every weekend there will be doubt clearing session. There will be doubt clearing session. If you have some important questions, if you have doubts, then you can clear here, right? Every weekend we will arrange class for this doubt clearing session. Second, all important previous year questions that I am going to upload with solution, so go through it. ये कोर्स के साथ साथ आपको वीडियो सॉल्यूशन मिलेगा प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस के, ऑल इंपॉर्टेंट प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस, right, from electronics branch, from electrical branch, from instrumentation branch, so that you will get the idea and you ultimately you will get the command over what analog electronics. और what जब आप पढ़ोगे तो आपको वो 100% डाउट्स आएंगे, वो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होता है। पढ़ना पढ़ाना तो सब चलते रहता है, आप अपने डाउट्स कितने क्लियर करते हैं। तो ये है, अभी ये ऑफर है फॉर लिमिटेड पीरियड, राइट। तो लाइव डाउट सपोर्ट्स है आप लोगों के लिए, दैट फीचर इज गिवन हियर, ओके। एंड देन that is the fee structure, guys. For this and for more detail you can download our app. Number of free contents are available, link is given in description. Join it now, okay, and go through it. Now guys, next thing, in the circuit shown in the figure, what value of C will cause a unity power factor at the AC source? So already I have said, now what is the power factor? Then we are applying the voltage or there will be a resultant current, or we are applying the current, there will be a resultant voltage. If there is they are in same phase, voltage and current are in same phase, then power factor will become 1. That theta, what is the theta here? Theta V minus theta I. That is the phase difference between voltage and current. Then power factor will become cos theta. If they are in same phase, then theta will become 0, power factor will become 1. Power factor will become 1. Means what? Circuit is purely resistive. Or what about the imaginary part of the impedance? Should be equal to what? 0. Or imaginary part of admittance should be equal to what? 0. Then you will get the power factor exactly equal to what? 1. Means voltage and current are in same phase. Now what is the voltage? 230 volt and supply is what? 50 hertz, remember. Then here the ZL, this impedance, series combination of resistor and inductor, that is actually it is a coil, and that is given ZL 30 angle of 40 degree, that is given. And what about the C? C is connected in parallel. Now in the circuit shown, what value of C will cause a unity power factor at the AC source? If suppose it is in a parallel, it is very easy to find what admittance. What is the admittance? 1 by Z, right? 1 by Z. And then you will get the imaginary part and real part. You can make what? Imaginary part equal to 0, so that you will get the value of C. Now watch this, how we are going to calculate it. Power factor unity अगर आपको चाहिए तो ये आपको करना होगा. Then first of all, what is Y? Admittance. Now admittance because of C is given by j omega C, right? That is the YC. ZC is equal to 1 by j omega C, and we are representing it minus j by omega C. And what is the YC? YC is 1 by ZC. That's why it will become j omega C. What is the omega here? Omega will become 2 pi f. What is the f? 50 hertz. So it will become 100 pi. It will become 100 pi, 314. Okay, this is the 100 pi. Then j omega C plus what? What is this? What is the admittance because of this? 1 by ZL. 1 by ZL. Because of this, the admittance will become 1 by ZL. These two are connected in parallel. Then overall admittance Y will become this plus that. Okay, we have to find the value of the C. Then j omega C plus 1 by 30 angle of 40 degree. 30 angle of what? 40 degree. Okay. Then it will become j omega C, that जब ये ऊपर जाएगा तो क्या बन गया? minus 40 degree. And you can find the 1 by 30 also. If you have the calculator, then yes, you can solve it and get the real part and what? Imaginary part, guys. 1 divided by 30, 0.033, and now you can write j omega C plus 1 by 30. This will become cos of 40 minus j sine of 40. Okay, then this is the 100 pi into c plus cos of 40. Point 0255 minus j. Point 0214. Okay. Now these and these are the imaginary part, and what should be the imaginary part? 0. Means 0.0255 plus j 100 pi c minus 0.0214. This is the imaginary part, and that is what real part. Now if you want to get the power factor 1, then you have to make what imaginary part is equal to 0. So don't worry about the complex, don't worry about this question. Now find the value, try to find the value. When we are going to make it what? When we are going to equate it to 0, then watch this. Imaginary part minus 0.0214 is equal to what? 0, and therefore the C will become 0.0214 divided by what? 100 pi. Now (6.2882) to 10 raised to power minus 5, or you can write 68.2 into 10 raised to power minus 6 farad, 68.2 micro, and that is the answer, 68.2 microfarad. Okay, Sir Siva, please offer analog and ADC courses in English. Okay, Siva. So already that is what that is the course in what countdown. You can join that, right? So you can continue with what analog, and then what ADC and network. Okay, I will inform you about that. So first of all, go through the countdown course, right? Is it useful for you? Yes or no? Then we will inform you about the other courses. Okay, then next one is what? So I think that answer is given in the question, 68.1 microfarad. This is the इजी क्वेश्चन. तो बहुत लोगों को डर है ना, बहुत लोगों को मतलब कॉम्प्लेक्स देखते ही ऐसा लगता है पता नहीं क्या हो जाएगा. तो कॉम्प्लेक्स देखते ही आपको ट्रिक लगानी है कि भाई y का इमेजिनरी पार्ट हो या z का इमेजिनरी पार्ट, एक का भी अगर आपने इमेजिनरी पार्ट 0 किया तो इसमें वी हैव कैलकुलेटेड व्हाट एडमिटेंस, बिकॉज इट इज इजी एज कंपेयर टू कैलकुलेटिंग व्हाट impedance, and then calculate the admittance and then make it what? The imaginary part is equal to 0, and then you will get the answer. Okay. कैलकुलेशन मेनली क्या है ना, कैलकुलेशन में यहां पर मिस्टेक होती है. ट्राई टू अवॉइड द सिली मिस्टेक्स. व्हाट इज द सिली मिस्टेक्स हियर? सपोज यू आर डूइंग दिस कैलकुलेशन, तो कैलकुलेटर, योर कैलकुलेटर मींस व्हाट? वर्चुअल कैलकुलेटर. टेक केयर ऑफ व्हाट? डिग्री और व्हाट? रेडियंस. अगर यहां गलत निकाल दिया cos of 40 sin of 40, then you will get the wrong answer for this particular questions. Okay, then the next one, in the AC network shown in the figure, the phasor voltage VAB is, in the AC network shown in the figure, the phasor voltage VAB. When we are talking about the phasor means what? We are representing in just, for example, VAB. So phasor means we are giving the magnitude and angle. For example, it is 45, angle is 30 degree. That is called phasor notation. Here, this is in phasor notation actually. Okay. Or when it is represented in terms of what? 45, this is the line, this is the peak value. Sometimes it is RMS value. If it is RMS value, then it should be multiplied with by √2. Or if it is peak value, then directly write cos of omega t plus 30 degree. If the reference is cos, or 45 sine of omega t plus 30 degree if the reference is sine, or if it is the RMS value, then it will become 45 root 2 cos of omega t plus 30 degree, and that is the representation, right? This is called what? Time domain representation. So normally in GATE exam, they will give what? RMS value. Or in a textbook like what Alexander and Sadiku, they are giving what? Peak value. So take care of that. Otherwise, you are going to make what? Silly mistakes. I am talking about the sinusoidal signal. For example, nothing is mentioned, then definitely it is what? RMS value. No doubt, we have to find the RMS value of the VAB. So by default, we are taking what? RMS value. This is the current is given 5 angle of 30 degree. And you have to find the answer in what? Again in time domain, frequency domain only. So it doesn't matter whether it is a sine or cos. Simply find the VAB. So how we can find the VAB? First, this is the current and this is the total impedance. So what is the VAB? It will become, phasor VAB will become current multiplied by impedance, IZ. Then these two are in what? Parallel, guys. This will become Z1 and this will become Z2. These two are in parallel. What is this? Z1 will become 5 minus J3. Z2 will become 5 plus J3. They are in what? Parallel. So parallel, what is the Z equivalent? Z1 Z2 upon Z1 plus Z2. Then you can say 5 minus J3, 5 plus J3 upon 5 minus J3 plus 5 plus J3. Cancel out. And then it will become 5 square minus 3 square. Is it correct? Yes. That will become plus. Okay. Upon 10. 25 plus 9, 34 by 10. This is the value of the impedance. Check my calculation. 25 plus 10, 9, that is the 34, 10, 3.4. This is the Z. Now, what is the, already we have find, then what is the V? AB, IZ. What is the I? 5, 30 into Z, 34 by 10. Then it will become इजी क्वेश्चन. तो देखो सबसे पहले ना जो न्यू स्टूडेंट्स है गाइस, उनसे कंपेयर मत करो जो ऑलरेडी 2 से 3 साल से प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं. सबसे पहले आप अपना बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट तैयार करो. इसीलिए दैट इज द मंथ ऑफ व्हाट? सितंबर. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम टेकिंग व्हाट? वेरी वेरी इजी कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्वेश्चंस. फिर जैसे ही आएगा अक्टूबर, नवंबर, देन हम अपना लेवल क्या करेंगे? उठाते जाएंगे. तो ये जो सेशंस है ना उनके लिए हैं जिन्होंने अपनी जस्ट प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट की है या उनको एक डर है, जो क्वालिफाई नहीं कर पा रहे 2 से 3 साल से गेट, तो वो बहुत सारे वीडियोस देख रहे हैं, बहुत ज्यादा कंफ्यूजन में है. जब बोला जाए, उनसे पूछा जाए कि आपने अपने शेड्यूल में 4 घंटा अपने लिए निकाला जिसमें कहीं कोई फोन नहीं है, कहीं कोई नेट नहीं है, कोई सब कुछ अलग होकर आप एकदम कंसंट्रेट करके पढ़ाई कर रहे हो. क्या आपने कभी ऐसा किया है कि अपने फोन को भी दूर कर दो, नेट को भी दूर कर दो, वाईफाई है तो बंद कर दो और एकदम बिल्कुल आइसोलेट होके 4 घंटे फोकस करो पढ़ाई पे? अगर आप वैसा नहीं कर रहे ना, देन इट विल बिकम वेरी 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 डिफिकल्ट टू क्लियर एग्जाम लाइक व्हाट गेट एंड सो ऑन. आपको कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना होगा और आपको थोड़ा पढ़ाई पे ध्यान देना होगा. बस 4 से 5 घंटे. बाकी समय आप ऑनलाइन क्लासेस देखिए या यूट्यूब सेशन कीजिए, या फिर आप लेक्चर आपको कंफ्यूजन लग रहा है तो समझने की कोशिश करो. लेकिन अगर आप 4 to 5 आवर्स सेल्फ स्टडी के लिए नहीं दे रहे, अदर देन व्हाट कॉलेज, अदर देन व्हाट ऑनलाइन क्लासेस, देन इट विल बिकम वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट गाइस. इसीलिए ज्यादातर बच्चे क्वालिफाई नहीं कर पाते. ओके, आप इधर उधर मतलब आप पूछते ही रहते हो कैसे पढ़ना है, क्या पढ़ना है, फिर वो दिन और रात आप मोटिवेशनल लेक्चर देखते हो, फिर आप अपना ठीक है ये आपको कोई अच्छा लग रहा है उसको फॉलो कर लो, फिर टाइम टेबल बनाने के लिए वीडियोस देखते हो, फिर आप ये देखते हो कि अगली स्ट्रैटेजी क्या होनी चाहिए एंड सो ऑन. अच्छी बात है देखो, लेकिन उसको फास्ट फिर अप्लाई भी तो करो. आप फिर डिमोटिवेट हो जाते हो, एक सप्ताह बाद फिर आपको आता है कि यार फिर से मेरे को एक मोटिवेशनल लेक्चर देखना चाहिए, यस और नो? भाई कुछ तो कमेंट्स में लिखिए। क्या होता है ये जो मोटिवेशनल लेक्चर्स और ये सब है ना, वो शॉर्ट टर्म आपको बूस्ट कर सकते हैं। आपको सेल्फ मोटिवेटेड होना है कि मुझे एग्जाम क्यों निकालना है। आपको सुबह उठते ही आपको याद आ गया ना कि मुझे क्यों करना है, तो आपको फिर ये सब जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी मोटिवेशनल लेक्चर देखने की। आप स्ट्रैटेजी देखो ना, गेट कैसे क्लियर करना है, क्या क्या है गेट के लिए, क्या स्ट्रैटेजी होना चाहिए, कौन कौन से इंपॉर्टेंट कॉम्बिनेशन हैं, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के साथ मुझे क्या देना चाहिए, और कंप्यूटर साइंस देना है या इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन देना है। अब देना है तो क्या आप दे पाओगे या नहीं दे पाओगे, ये भी सोचना है। तो बहुत सारे पॉइंट्स है गाइज, तो क्वेश्चन भी बनाइए, छोटे छोटे क्वेश्चन को कंप्लीट बनाओ। देखो ये पूरा सॉल्यूशन, ऐसा नहीं अरे दिस इज द वेरी इजी 5 - a3 दैट इज इन पैरेलल, आई विल कैलकुलेट एंड आई विल मल्टीप्लाई एंड आई विल गेट द आंसर। माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, कोई क्या नॉवेल वगैरह पढ़ रहे हो क्या, हिस्ट्री ज्योग्राफी पढ़ रहे हो? ज्योग्राफी में भी आपको डायग्राम मैप वैप बनाकर देखना होता है, तो ये तो टेक्निकल है। तो टेक्निकल में आप पूरा लिखो ना। जो देखो अभी मैंने लिख दिया था 5 - 5 स्क्वायर - 3 स्क्वायर, तो मुझसे जब मिस्टेक हो सकती है तो आपसे भी तो हो सकती है कि भाई आपने यहाँ पे सिली मिस्टेक कर दी, यू आर गोइंग टू गेट द रॉन्ग आंसर। कुछ भी हो सकता है। तो प्रैक्टिस करोगे तो आपको कॉन्फिडेंस रहेगा कि यार इस क्वेश्चन को मैंने कंप्लीट घर पर बनाया है, और ऐसा कोई भी बेसिक क्वेश्चन आएगा तो गलती नहीं होगी। ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट वन। अब देखिए जरा, ये क्वेश्चन है ऑन पावर, एन एसी सोर्स ऑफ आरएमएस वोल्टेज 20 वोल्ट। देखो ऑलरेडी नॉर्मली दैट गिवन इज व्हाट आरएमएस, इफ नथिंग इज गिवन अगेन बाय डिफॉल्ट आरएमएस वैल्यू, but it is given 20 angle of 0 degree in 2009 2 marks question with internal impedance 1 plus J2, this is the complex, and feed a load of impedance 7 plus J4, this is the again complex load. In the figure below, the reactive power consumed by the load is. Now that is the question on what? Reactive power, guys. What is the question on reactive power? Now already I have said there is a complex power, this is given by P plus JQ, right? P plus JQ, this is called complex power. P is called effective power, effective, or what we can say average power, useful power, okay. And that Q, this is the reactive power. Right, and when we are calculating the magnitude of S, then it is called apparent power. Then it is called what? Apparent power. So here we have to calculate the Q. Remember, Q, if it is positive, then give me in comments whether the circuit is leading or lagging. The Q is negative, whether the circuit is leading or lagging, means if it is lagging means what? Inductive circuit. If it is leading means what? Capacitive circuit. So accordingly we can decide the Q. Okay, power factor is leading or lagging we can say. So whether the Q, तो यहाँ पर अगर Q positive है then what about the power factor, leading or lagging? If the Q is negative then what about the power factor? So please pause the video, think about it and give the answer. Otherwise pause the video, link is given in comments box, go through it, watch the video, get the idea about the complex power P and Q and then try to give the answer. Okay, अब देखो जरा आपके दिमाग में कुछ आया तो मैं आंसर बताता हूँ. Q is positive means what? It is the lagging power factor. Lagging. What is the leading power factor? Okay, this is the Q. Then we have to find the Q here. Then guys, if the voltage is given and then resistance is given, then how we can find what is the figure, the reactive power consumed by the load? First of all, calculate the current, overall current, and then that current, already it is in RMS value because this is in RMS. And when this current, square of that is multiplied with this, you will get the two part. One is the real part and imaginary part. Then you have to give the answer from imaginary part. So simple. Then the simple calculation is lengthy. Now watch this. What is the total impedance? ZS plus ZL. What is the ZS? 1 plus then it will become, okay, Z. What is the magnitude of Z? 10 ohm. Okay, magnitude. What is the angle? Imaginary upon real. Right? This is the. अब देखो 3/4 means definitely it is a less than what? 45 degree, because it is less than 1. .87. Okay, now this is Z. Now we have the Z, or this is also, you can put this value also. So what is the current I? I will become V by Z. What is the value of V? 20. This is in phasor. What is the Z in phasor? That is given by, what is the magnitude? 10. Okay. Then I will become I. Lags behind the voltage by this angle, minus 36.87. Then overall circuit is what? Lagging. Overall circuit is lagging. Now you have to calculate the what is the reactive power delivered to ZL. So you have the RMS value. Then directly guys, his angle is not required. Simply you have to find the square of that. This is the RMS value. Why it is the RMS value? Because this is RMS value. This is RMS value. And that's why that is also a RMS value. Now power what is the square of this? 4. What is the ZL? J4. Then it will become 16. Then what is the real power or effective power? This is the 28 watt. This is the real power, effective power, average power, and that is what is the unit? Watt. And what is the complex? What is the reactive power? Q. This is the Q. P plus JQ. Right? This is, I think, this is the, you have represent S here. And that is nothing but S is P plus JQ. What is the Q here? 16. What is the unit? VAR. This is called volt ampere reactive power. That is asked in the question. It is asked in the question. So which answer is correct? B for Bombay. Because 28 is also given, but it is a real power or effective power or useful power, and that is the case. So how we can find the current? And current is multiplied with that, and you will get the, because it is the RMS value, current is also, we have the RMS value. Otherwise you have to divide it what? By √2. If it is a peak value, then you have to divide it by √2. So that is a phasor. अब बताओ इसमें कोई एकदम ज्यादा टफ है क्या? कितने लोगों ने यहां तक ऐसे क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस किए? पहले तो आप क्वेश्चन तो प्रैक्टिस करो. इट डजंट मैटर वेदर इट इज अ 2001 और 2005 और 2009. यू आर गेटिंग द ऑथेंटिक क्वेश्चन. इधर उधर के बातें करने की बजाय प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस बनाओ. ठीक है? आपको बहुत सारी टेस्ट सीरीज मिलेगी, बहुत सारे कंटेंट मिलेंगे, उनका प्रोफाइल खुद देखो. आपने कहां पढ़ाया पूछो सीधा. बहुत सारे लोग फेक मार देंगे कि मैंने तो यहाँ पे पढ़ाया, मैंने दिल्ली में पढ़ाया, ये किया है, वो किया है. अगर आप टॉप लेवल पे पढ़ाना है ना, तो आपकी उतनी कैपेसिटी होना कि बच्चों के डाउट क्लियर कर सको. इज इट क्लियर? तो जो भी है आपको जज करना है. आपको बड़ी बड़ी लच्छेदार बातों में नहीं आना है. आपको ये देखना है कि आपके लिए टाइम इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट. रिजल्ट कैसे दोगे? नॉर्मल स्टूडेंट्स बहुत जल्दी कंफ्यूज हो जाते. अब किसी को भी भगवान मान लेते बहुत जल्दी. गॉड वॉड कोई नहीं है. कॉन्सेप्ट देखो जिस पर आपका कॉन्फिडेंस आए, जिससे आपको लगे कि यहां मेरे को नॉलेज अच्छा मिलेगा, ऑथेंटिक्स मिलेगा, राइट, और सही तरीके से ले जाएगा. बड़ी बड़ी बातें नहीं. 4 घंटे में पूरा कोर्स कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल? आपको बात समझ आ रही है भाई? आपका एक प्रोसेस है ना, और प्रोसेस को फॉलो करना होगा. अदरवाइज पेन ड्राइव ले आना, मैं भी अपना दिमाग में लगाऊंगा और आपके दिमाग में ट्रांसफर. ठीक है? अब आ जाओ, ये आ गया आंसर आपका। कैलकुलेशन ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, यू कैलकुलेशन जरूर चेक करते रहिए। देन दिस इज द क्वेश्चन। अब देखो, द एवरेज पावर और इफेक्टिव पावर और यूजफुल पावर और रियल पावर, यही है P। एवरेज पावर डिलीवर्ड टू एन इम्पीडेंस 4 - j3 बाय अ current is given as, this time this is the time domain, 5 cos of 100 pi t, that is omega t plus 100, and that is what in degree. Okay, this is in degree. So average power delivered to an impedance 4 - j3 by a current. Okay, then already I have said now, what is this? Is the current. So what is the 5 peak value? So what is the RMS value? Peak divided by what? √2. This is the, I am just have given the magnitude of that, right? RMS value. And what is the impedance? 4 - j3. So directly you can multiply I RMS square into what? Z. So what is this? 5 divided by √2 square, 4 minus this, then it will become 25 divided by 2. Okay, then now you can compare with, and you can find the answer for this type of questions. Any comments guys? Anyone? Any comments? तो ये है क्वेश्चन। व्हाट इज द आंसर? आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन 50 वॉट। इजी क्वेश्चन। देखो मैंने कुछ भी नहीं किया, ऑलरेडी आई हैव कैलकुलेटेड। दिस इज द 5 मींस व्हाट इज द आरएमएस वैल्यू 5 by √2, दैट इज अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वन ना। डायरेक्ट आरएमएस वैल्यू 5 by, नो एंगल इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, एंगल इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, एंड देन फाइंड द कॉम्प्लेक्स पावर। दिस इज I RMS square into R. The magnitude of complex power will give you what? Apparent power. Imaginary part will give you what? Imaginary part will give reactive power, VAR, and the real part will give you the average power. So this is the average power, 50 watt. Answer for this question is 50 watt. Hope you have enjoyed the session. You got the basic idea about the normally in electrical branch we are getting different type of question. In electronics branch, these are the mostly questions from what? Electronics branch. First question was from electrical branch, otherwise mostly question from electronics branch. So electronics student, great aspirants, you have to get the command over this type of topics guys. Okay, so try to get the command over all these topics. Then again, already I have informed you that we have started this course, countdown course, that is the crash course, special 5, network, analog, digital, control system, EDC, MFT. We have some offer for you, right? So please go through app, you will get the idea, right? And for limited period offer. Okay, then I am going to take all the subjects with what? Questions from standard textbook, previous year questions, all important previous year question, and regular doubt clearing sessions on weekend guys. Okay, ये सब subjects में आप command कीजिए. Then, and this is for analog electronics, for electrical electronics instrumentation, that will be in what? Hindi. ये already sessions हैं recorded plus live. Again, we are going to discuss what? Previous year questions from standard textbook for analog. Okay, and then most important, doubt clearing sessions. Every weekend you have the doubt clearing sessions. तो जो भी आपको डाउट है वो लाइव हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे, और आपने अपना डाउट पूछा है उस पर हम लोग डिस्कस करके आपके डाउट्स को क्लियर करने की कोशिश करेंगे, राइट? और हो जाएगा, आप जब पढ़ोगे तो आपको बात समझ में आ जाएगी गाइस. ओके, तो आई होप that is clear to you. Any other students, any doubt? 1 minute. Okay, then thank you very much for attending the session guys. Like the session and subscribe our channel. Thank you.